What's up, everybody? David Yang here again with Home Sellers. I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Real Talk, where I talk about real estate. Now, in this week's episode, we are going to be talking about what's going on in the real estate market right now as compared to the beginning of the year. Now, before we get into it, if you could do me a big favor by smashing that thumbs up button below and sharing this video, hopefully the information here can help somebody else out as well. Okay, so what's going on in the market today? So as of the time of this recording, which is July 6, 2022, interest rates are hovering right around 5.5%, okay, depending on your credit score. Now, where were they in the beginning of the year? They're right around 3%, okay? So you can see there's about a 2.5% increase just within that 6 to 7 month time frame. So interest rates have increased very quickly. Now, what does that mean for you if you are trying to purchase a home? It means that the mortgage is just going to cost you a little bit more, okay? On the plus side is that you're going to have a little bit less competition, since those higher mortgage rates are going to push out a lot of buyers because they're not able to afford those higher mortgage rates. So there's going to be a little bit less competition. It's not going to be no competition, but there's going to be a little bit less. So that means that there's going to be a little bit more inventory. Again, if you like a property and it's the one that you think that you're going to live in forever, or that you're going to live in for, quite a while, then make sure you still put in your strongest offer, because there's still going to be people going after those properties. Now, what does that mean for sellers, for pricing of a home, okay? That means that prices won't climb as fast as we saw in the previous year, okay? Now, it's still going to climb, just at a slower rate. Now, that's for the short term. In the long term, we don't know what's going to happen to prices. So if you're thinking about selling your property, okay, you want to try to get it on the market as soon as possible, whenever you're ready, okay? Get it on the market. Talk to your agent or whoever is helping you sell the property to come up with a very good pricing strategy. And when you're talking to them, talk to them about, how big the pool of buyers is, how you want to attract as many of those buyers as you can to your property, and talk about how interest rates are going to affect those buyers. If you have these conversations with your agent up front, they can help you come up with a good pricing strategy to get your house sold as quickly as possible. So, what about if you're thinking about investing in real estate? Is this a good time to invest in real estate? So my philosophy has always been, it's always a good time to invest in real estate. What you really need to be focused on is finding the great deals. So it doesn't matter if the market's up, the market's down, you are looking for the best deals. And there's deals in all markets. So you don't want to buy based off of fear or greed, or trying to time the market when it's at the bottom, because nobody really knows when the bottom is until the bottom has passed. So as real estate investors, train yourself to start looking for great deals and to start understanding how to finance those deals, and let the market just kind of work itself out. So you want to position yourself. So what we've talked about in this video is, if you're a buyer, make sure that you get out there and lock in your interest rates, because we don't know what's going to happen to interest rates in the future. Okay, the Fed has talked about raising interest rates more, possibly even this month. We don't know how the federal funds rate is going to affect the mortgage interest rates. And if you are a seller, get your property on the market as soon as possible. Because again, in the short term, we do see prices increasing steadily, but in the long term, we don't know what's going to happen. We hear a lot of economists talk about a recession coming up. We don't know how that's going to affect the housing market. Not trying to cause a scare or anything like that, but those are some things that you want to be thinking about if you are throwing around the possibility of listing your house for sale. Okay, and if you're an investor, now is the time to learn and position yourself to find those great deals, because if you don't know how to find a great deal in a good market, you're definitely not going to know how to find a good deal in a bad market, okay? So that was a quick update on what's going on in the real estate market. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below, and I'll try to get them answered for you. If not, I will see you guys next week on the next episode of Real Talk.